Hey guys, it's Andrea. I'm out here today doing my bird chores, and I just decided to bring the camera along with me and show y'all about how long it takes me to do my chicken chores. And I just get them water, get them food, and for the ducks it's a little different because I have a bunch of buckets right here that I have to go in there and rinse out and then fill back up. But I just dump their food in a little bowl right here. And of course I have to collect all the eggs. Now that we finished getting all the birds food and water, let's get in here and get the egg. So I have one gate that goes into the chicken area. And then I put up this little, this is like a dog fence right here. That's just zip tied to a different fence so that there could be a gate, because I'm not really crazy about keeping my ducks and my chickens together, because the ducks are just so messy and they keep it so wet and their water gets so dirty every day that I just keep the chickens separate. So let's go in here. I just opened this little dog gate, and then of course I have to bend over to get through. But here's my little egg basket. So let's go see how many eggs we have. So they got a couple. This is the duck area, so let me get back here with the hoe, is what I use to get the duck eggs to the front of this little hoop house that we made. It was really just for shelter when it was getting really cold. So they have a little nest right here. Okay, and they had a couple under this. This is the elderberry tree right here. And they like to hang out over here. And we got one way back there. They like to lay right back here, and it's really hard for me to get back here, so I'm gonna get this one. So duck eggs can get pretty dirty, and sometimes they actually lay them over there in the water. I think there's one over in the water right now, and I'm not going to use that one. So let's go back out. We have this little shed right here that's for the chickens, and then they have the bottom of a little dog house right there. They go in there and lay their eggs, and they also lay their eggs in here. This is my chicken that likes to go broody. But it's not quite time yet, so I've been kicking her out. So we'll have to get the eggs that are under her. And she's gonna get mad. You're gonna have to go, little missy. Oh, there's another little nest right here. So let's see if anybody laid in here. She's pretty upset about me taking her eggs. It's okay, y'all lay more eggs tomorrow. And this is what we keep the chicken feed in right here. It's just a barrel. We keep a scooper in there. And I think it takes about 5 bags to fill this up. 50-pound bags of feed from Tractor Supply. So that's just what we use to keep their food in. And these kind of ducks, these are Welsh Harlequin ducks. And we bought these last summer. And the reason we picked Welsh Harlequin was because they're similar to the Khaki Campbell. They have some of those kind of genes in them. So they lay lots of eggs. And I thought they were really pretty because we had Khaki Campbells last time we had ducks. And they did lay a lot of eggs. I wanted a different kind of duck other than just the Khaki Campbell because I think these are just so pretty. And they're a pretty good duck. They've been good for us. All the ladies are laying, so I get consecutive eggs from them every day. And the drakes haven't been too mean. I've heard that drakes can be really mean and kill the female ducks, but I've never had that happen to me before. They're aggressive. Ducks can be aggressive, and they're pretty skittish, which in my experience, all of my ducks have always been skittish, but they're used to me. At least they don't run around like crazy when I come out here to give them water and food. They don't get too scared of me like they did when we first got them when they were little babies. But the reason that we use these we used to have a kids pool and it was just too heavy once they got in it and got the water all dirty. It was too heavy to dump every day, and that was a lot of water for a little kids pool. So I just bought these little black ones, and I don't even know, I just had that red one in my workshop, and so I just dump those and fill them up every day. And that seems to work a lot better than the kiddie pool because we don't have any like source of water on our property where like a pond or anything that they could be in. So this little containers works a lot better. It's easier for me to dump and fill every day and keep the water clean more so than a pool, which is a big thing of water, and it would get dirty in like 5 minutes after I refilled it. So this just works better for ease of having a bunch of water to the duck. So down here I have I have 4 roosters, but these 3 right here, these are Rhode Island Red. The Rhode Island Red roosters. And they were just getting so rough with my hens, especially my buff chickens. they were just constantly messing with them and jumping on their back to try to mate, so I separated them. And this is my other rooster. His name is Lucky. He's about 6 years old now. His name became Lucky because of how many times he survived. There he is right there. He has been through a lot. He has almost died I can't even tell you how many times, from either, because he's such a small bird, from either getting too cold in the winter and we have to keep him inside for a certain amount of time. My dogs have gotten to him a couple of times when I was letting them out, which I don't do anymore. And every time we nursed him back to health, and he has survived numerous times. So that's why his name is Lucky, because he's lucky, he's still alive, and he's a nice rooster. He's definitely the head honcho rooster of these other ones, but he just couldn't keep them off of all of my hens. So that's why I separated these guys. And when I'm ready to put some eggs in the incubator, which I'm gonna wait until it's warmer outside before I do that, then I'll put them back in for a little while to get some fertilized eggs, and then I'll separate them again because my hens were really beat up from these roosters. Those are my chicken chores, and it doesn't take that long for me to do them every day. I just feed and water and collect lots of beautiful fresh eggs that I'll go inside and wash up and put in the fridge. In the summer, I throw grass clippings and weeds and any kind of byproduct from the garden and from vegetables and things like that from the garden and from outside that's growing. I do throw that stuff in there, but I need to get some straw or pine needles or something to put down on the dirt, because they killed all the grass. All these birds killed the grass. But the reason we don't let them out is because I did let them out a few, not this past year, but the year before, and I lost over half of my birds in the time that we were just letting them out during the day and then putting them back up at night and locking them up at night. The possums were relentless in getting these birds, and we had a hawk drop down and get one during the day. And so to protect my flock, I do keep them put up and I don't let them out in the yard, just for their protection. The roosters have something to say. Those are my bird chores for the day, and I don't think it took me more than 20 minutes to come out here and do this. And in the evening I will come check on them and probably throw them scraps from the day. That's usually what I give them at the end of the day, so that they have some food at the end of the day. We keep a flock that's about, I think altogether we have 18 chickens, 16 or 18 chickens, and then I have 10 ducks. So that's what we keep at our house, and we have a family of 6, and it works out for us. And we will hatch some out this spring in a couple more weeks, because even though it is spring, it's just not warm enough yet for me to have baby birds out. So they're having a competition right now because I'm out here talking. Oh, look at her taking a dirt bath. I need to get some diatomaceous earth out here and put it in their little holes where they take dirt baths so they can get clean. So that's how many chickens we have, and this is just how we do it. I wish we could free range, and we did for a couple of years, but I was just losing too many birds. So, and also they like to get in my bushes, and any plants that aren't fenced in, they will just tear up. So that's a couple reasons that I keep them put up. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you next time.